Alright, so I need a plan. Thank God there was an autosave. I should kill this fucker probably. I don't like him. Anyways. Oh, how can I kill all of them? Let's see. What kind of plasma rifle 141. Hunting assault rifle. Alright. Let him go. Oh shit. They're all coming. Oh goodness. Whew. That was tough. The reload of this thing, bro, takes so long. Did you kill all of them? Whew, that was a lot of people. That was a lot of people. Alright, now we're gonna go down. There's still more people there, I believe. That was it? That was crazy. Probably have to repair this. So make sure if I got everything here. I think it's better to get out of here. Oh, there are hostiles there. I need to drink water, dude. Oh, I don't have water. All the vending machines are gone. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I need to drink ASAP. I don't know if I can. See any hostiles here?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty. What's occupying? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a... that's what I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edge. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I... They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created everything flow. The answers to these questions. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further out, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope. I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has What about you? And how did he do? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe. That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it... Oh. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I... Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the philosophy. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the... But most... I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of... I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophists off. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball. Thank you.
Captain, I have detected eyes. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to... Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the car... What can I do for you, Captain? All systems, I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove...
Should we get out of there or should I? Let's get out. Probably can come back anyway.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to do. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfect. Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us... You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. The board's been confiscating Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smug... In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and none of us... Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to... It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic... only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in...
Why do I need a gadget for this kind of...
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of... The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to...
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright. Alright, because... What is this?
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
So guys, I'm at Groundbreaker.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Oh wait, vending machine. I really need vending machine. I need water. Come on, give me water, man. What is this? Oh yes, dehydrated water. What? Water, I'll buy it.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade.
Goodness.
Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss. Access to that information is above my pay grade. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our op. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she... Is there anything else I... The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the... Make sure you bring an empty... He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for ground... Not that he would, being a board man and all. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments any... You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their rank. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighter's docking trip. They got assault. We push... Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Seems... Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. You need in... Maybe. Most of the shipping... Two biggest... Most... Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not Chief Jun Lei. If you're thinking to make a career, full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be in... Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had... A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Then buy up the rights to this here... Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the cross. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original... I guess that... Sitting around, drinking whiskey and smoking... Yep. Seems... Glad? Relative to the board holdings, they aren't. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. Sublime. They're on. All right. BC.
Alright, so I don't know what the fuck is happening in this place. Speak to. So yeah, I have to finish these. These two are gone, but I still can do this. So I have to go talk to this guy.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. Hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
What do you think you're doing? You know, you made a real generous argument.
Fucking guy. How can I get in there? To go to here.
Move along.
What the hell, man?